Hey, it's Tina Forsyth here. Welcome to video number 7 in the free video series, the top 10 questions asked regarding finding, hiring, and working with a virtual team. Today's question number 7, is how do I know when a situation is fixable? How to know if I can fix something with a team member versus when I need to fire them. This is a tough situation for a lot of business owners. I know that a lot of people will struggle in this area. I mean, part of what we talked about in the Stop Settling Manifesto is that, sometimes I think business owners get stuck in knowing how to fix something or knowing kind of when enough is enough, knowing if somebody actually can do something or to work with them or not, or to let them go. And we end up just kind of getting stuck in that mode of like settling, of letting it be, of not dealing with the situation, not looking to see if it can be fixed. Because first and foremost, when we ask that question, is something fixable or not, we need to actually look at fixing it. Which might sound kind of funny to say, right? But I mean, if you have something going on in the business, you need to be willing to face it. You need to be willing to talk to the person, the team member that it applies to, and to be able to say, hey, this is going on. This is the situation. This is where it needs to be. How can we fix this? What do you suggest? When it comes to looking at whether something's fixable or not, there's a good rule of thumb I like to use is basically a 3 strikes and you're out sort of scenario. I mean, that sounds kind of funny to say. It sounds almost harsh to say it that way, right? 3, maybe instead of 3 strikes, it's 3 chances and you're out, or let's give it 3 times to fix it, and if not, it may be time to move on. Because the fact of the matter is, and really what I want for you as a business owner is, you need the right support in your business. I don't want things to drag on and on and on and on and on for you. I don't want you to feel like, even though there's situations going on and maybe it could be fixable down the road and I don't know, and it's not right, but yet you're just not sure, not willing to let it go, or whatever it is. I just don't want that to happen for business owners, because I do see it happen quite a bit. And I can tell you guys, ultimately, if things are not dealt with, if there's situations in your business that aren't working for you, you're not feeling like you're getting the right kind of support, or you're not getting the right deliverables or results, or people are late, or whatever it is that's going on in your business, right? If you don't deal with those things and take care of them, they will come back to haunt you. I mean, like when things are left to just kind of fester, if you will, for a long period of time, at a certain point, those things are going to blow. You're going to get frustrated, upset, things may fall apart on your end, things may fall apart on the team member's end, and really that's not any fun for anybody. I would much rather see something, there's kind of that saying in the hiring world about, hiring slowly and firing quickly. And it's not so much that I'm a fan of firing quickly, but within the realm of giving people an opportunity to fix something, I would certainly agree with that. And when I talk about kind of the 3 strikes you're out approach to working, to knowing whether or not something can be fixed, it's actually pretty straightforward. I mean, within the Thrive hiring system, we're going to get into more detail in this, because a lot of this comes down to the relationship that you're building with your team, right? How you communicate with your team, how you set expectations. It's obviously part of this whole process is finding and hiring the best people. The other part of the process is how to work with people ongoing on our team, how to have a good relationship with our team members. And things are always going to pop up along the way that need to be fixed. None of us are perfect. There's always stuff that's going to need to be tweaked and changed and fixed, especially in the earlier stages of some relationships, right? And part of that is, being willing to talk to a person. Part of it is actually one of my favorite strategies too, and especially for the coaches and such watching this video, this will really connect with you, is that we can actually use a coaching approach within our own team. I think sometimes we forget that a little bit, is that if you are a coach or you offer any kind of coaching services, obviously we coach our clients and we coach everybody kind of outside of our business, right? But the coaching approach can actually be applied to the team members we work with as well. One of my favorite strategies when something's come up in my team, something that needs to be fixed, is to actually say to the person, hey, what would you suggest we do here to fix this? How would you like to fix this? What do you think? It's kind of the idea of putting the ball in their court, right? Not from the perspective of you go fix it, I don't want to have anything to do with it. It's a 2-way street here, right? There's a conversation that needs to happen alongside this. But in the same token, the people that we're hiring, we talked about in a past video, how, the 2 different mindsets, the 2 different types of virtual support professionals that are out there. If you're hiring people and working with people who have a business mindset, they're coming to you as a specialist, an expert, a professional in a certain area of expertise, to be able to say to them, hey, how do you want to fix this? I actually believe it's part of their responsibility to be able to contribute to that solution, right? To be able to come up with, regardless of whatever it is that's going on, to be able to take a look at it and say, oh, maybe we can do this. How about we try this? How about we try that? And of course, to have that be a conversation on both sides and have both people agree to whatever that is, right? But rather than you as a business owner feeling like you have to force a solution on somebody, or you and the business owner feeling like you have this burden of, oh my gosh, how am I going to fix this? I really want to encourage you as part of that, as part of looking at, how to fix something, talk to people about it. Ask them, what would they do? You might actually be really surprised what people come back with. They may come back with something you've never even thought of. They might come back with a really quick, simple fix. It might not be whatever you might be thinking, oh my gosh, this is a huge issue. How are we ever going to fix it? And they might come back and say, oh, all we need to do is this, boom, done. So it really is part of this idea of having the conversation, looking to do that, if need be, at the most, aim to see if something's fixable 3 times. If it's not fixable, kind of after that third time at bat, if you will, after a third conversation, then chances are at that point it really might be time to end the relationship. That might be where you need to, wrap things up and perhaps look for someone else to help you, right? Because again, ultimately, I don't want to see you as a business owner feeling like you're stuck or having to settle on a long-term basis for the kind of support that you're really not getting, or that's really not supporting you, right? We need to be able to take care of these things. So again, give it 3 goes. If it's not working out, that may be time to transition. And our next video number 8, we're going to be talking about, still along the same lines, right, of building relationship with our team. How can I keep the great people in my team? How can I ensure that people that are really great and do great work, how can I ensure that they're going to stay with me long term? There's definitely ways, when you're working with virtual support professionals, there's some really key ways that you can actually work with people and build the relationship so that this is more likely to happen, right? Because I'd love to see you find and connect with great people and ultimately work with them in the long run, right? So until next time, again, this is Tina Forsyth. Take care. We'll see you in video number 8.